was at Howard University and we were in college, we were 18 through 24, and you know what we were called? College kids. But when you turn 18 and you're in the system, you are considered an adult, period, without any regard to the fact that that is the very phase of life in which we have invested billions of dollars in colleges and universities, knowing that is the prime phase of life during which we mold and shape and direct someone to become a productive adult. What's the other thing we know about this population? And it's a specific phase of life. Remember, age is more than a chronological fact. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions. So we focused on that age population. And then we looked at the fact of the young men who are in the program, so many are dads, not necessarily married to mom, and they owe child support. So we called the director of the Department of Child Support and said, we got to deal with this. And the person who we called, Karen Roy, who was the director of child support at the time, came up creative with the plan. Here's what we're going to do. If mom agrees, we will erase dad's arrears, put him on a payment schedule he can afford because we're getting him a job, and then keep moving forward. Let me tell you something when we did this. Every mother agreed. Because those mothers want that child to have a relationship with that father. And you know what we saw? Dad started paying child support. His chin is up, his shoulders are back. He started getting more engaged in parenting that child. We dealt with the fact that a vast majority of the folks who are in this population have bad credit, an obstacle to any one of us being able to get a car, rent an apartment, anything. So we brought in a CPA who started working on financial literacy, started working on clearing up credit, and then would also say, and by the way, participant, this little form is called a 1040 Easy. Because you got a job, you're about to start paying taxes. We dealt with the fact that the vast majority of parents have a natural desire to parent their children well, but not necessarily the skills or the resources. So we infused in the programmatic piece a very intentional focus on supporting their desire and need to parent their children. By the end of this initiative, over the 5 years that I was the DA and we were tracking it, we reduced the recidivism for that population from 54% to less than 10%. So, thank you. So I only got, don't talk, I don't have a lot of time. They're showing me the things, so don't clap. So I ran for AG in 2010, elected January 2011. One of the issues that I believe California voters took seriously, which is why the outcome was what it was that we said we were going to adopt a smart on crime approach as a state. So got distracted in the first couple of years with the bank settlement and dealing with the 5 big banks, had to deal with that. But finally, after a couple of years of doing the groundwork, last year we announced the new division of the California Department of Justice, which has been named the Division on Recidivism Reduction and Reentry. We are focused on 3 specific areas under that division. 1, highlighting the best practices and best programs that are taking place in the state, given realignment, but work that was actually happening before. It's amazing, some counties are doing good reentry initiatives, but they don't call it reentry.